come back and put us in a better position. And you're doing this through the strength of Guyana Entertainment Media, I presume.
That is right. That is correct.
All right, so Malachi, let's start with you. What's going on with you, brother?
Work.
Mm-hmm.
The usual thing. It was great to be part of what happened in Jamaica the other day, the IMC, which is the Island Music Conference.
Yes.
It really brought together holistic ideas of what should really be happening on the ground in Guyana.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of fast tracking what our possibilities are in Guyana.
Mm-hmm. But it's good to see the end if you're at the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, the beautiful thing about Guyana is that we were last, but then due to the universe and the circumstances, we have the ability now to become first. So
As we should.
As we should.
As we should.
So, I think the whole conference experience kind of really opened my eyes to what even are greater possibilities
For Guyana.
for Guyana.
And Guyanese
Music, not only music,
talent, industry,
creatives
everything.
across the board. Yeah.
Martin, tell me about you.
So, my name is Martain, Al-Ameen, the cute guy behind in front of cameras.
The cute guy behind the front of the camera.
Yes,
All right.
behind the front. So, the reason I said that is because I grew up in production.
Mm-hmm.
I literally grew up studying yourself and Malachi on radio.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of see where we could take things and make it better.
All right.
Right? And I started doing it behind the camera, documenting, the artists and the radio personalities and the events and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved to the US in 2012,
Mhm.
and then I expand my horizons,
All right.
my knowledge and everything. So now I'm back in Guyana with a platform to offer these services to our people.
Tell me
So
about
that
some of the services that you're offering.
So we have media production, PR service, marketing and advertising, distribution, artist development.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much we offer anything that an artist or a creator need
Yes.
from start to ending.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Malachi, how'd you guys meet up?
Well, this happened like a couple of years ago. I was doing radio,
Yeah.
and Martin kind of like reached out to me. We started having conversations about the music
Mm-hmm.
and his new venture, which was going into publishing and stuff like that. So I was like, hey, he's a youngster, kind of on the up with the education, because that's the main thing about having the knowledge of the music business.
Understood.
You've got to be educated. So to me, he was on the rise with learning, because to me, if you're not learning, well, you're not moving.
Mm-hmm.
So he was doing that. So I said, okay, yeah, he's somebody that I could work with.
So Martin, if you garnered all this experience, you came back to Guyana, why you didn't keep it for yourself? Why you didn't, utilize it to enrich yourself and make the people around you better?
So there's the thing, the people around me is Guyana,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a born Guyanese,
Mhm.
right? I left here at the age of 18. And why would I keep all this beautiful information to myself? How could I be successful with that?
Mm.
You understand?
Mhm.
So there's a whole science behind it. If Guyana on top, then I'm on top,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you're on top, if Malachi on top, then I'm on top.
Mm-hmm.
So the farther you spread your wings, the better,
Better.
the farther you go.
How can a local act, and I know a lot of local acts,
Mhm.
and I'm not just talking about musicians, I'm talking about people that play violins, I'm talking about people who write music, people who
Mhm.
write books.
Yeah.
How can they, tap into what you and Malachi have now gone to experience and are fully aware of how far it can go? How can they tap into something like that, utilizing what you know now?
Alright, so as you said, you have violinists and songwriters and these things. Our main problem in Guyana is that artists don't get paid. Creators is not able to make money. Whether it be video production, a little bit of photographers is making money, but they're not extending how far they could reach. So with the knowledge that we're sharing, because it's knowledge first and then practice, right? The practical aspects. Everybody could pick up a camera, everybody could run a studio, but do you have the proper development? Do you know how to register your song with BMI, ASCAP, all these different PROs? Do you know how to come on radio and promote yourself and present yourself in a proper manner? So all of these things, we're able to educate the youngsters, even the older ones, whoever's in any area of creative.
Malachi, you've always been aware of how to approach the music industry, business side of things. I'm just curious to know, now that you've gone there, you recognize that, hey, we have people that have missed out on their opportunities.
Yeah.
How do you now reverse that and remedy that situation?
First, one of the things that really stood out to me at the conference was the ministerial aspects of it, which brought together ministries in a synergy. All right. We first have to, for example, look at the business side of things, where through the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce, there's a representative on a particular board.
Understood.
We would have somebody from the Ministry of Education through the music school that will be on that board. Somebody that's representing the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport.
Understood.
So you have a lot of ministries intersecting at this particular area where it's called the creatives. So by creating synergy between those ministries, you will be better able to outline a way forward in terms of how you develop a development plan. How do we move forward in upgrading the intellectual property right laws? How does it affect every business across the board? Because while we're saying it at the same time, you got to look at how it's affecting the population
You guys
if
are
you
saying,
implement.
the jargon that we would go to college and they would speak to us at, or speak at us with, and you know, at the end of the day, some of the brothers and sisters that, you know, carry or own these talents, they haven't been exposed to what we've been exposed to. So, how do you explain it to them? And I want you to do it now on the radio. This is a freebie that they're gonna get, okay? How do they get an opportunity, or how can they turn what they're doing into something that is paying them?
Okay. Let's look at one of the platforms like YouTube. All right. A lot of people out there may have a phone with a good camera on it, stuff like that. Some people go into vlogging, all that kind of stuff. Now, the way to get, or let's say, make money off of that. One of the things you've got to be is consistency. Has got to be there in terms of what direction you're taking, whatever it is that you plan to vlog on.
Understood.
All right, so you got to have consistency. As well, you've got to understand how to monetize that.
Right.
All right, and that monetization happens. If you're in the US, it's pretty easy because they can link.
There's a tab that says
exactly
monetize.
that says monetize. However, because of our restrictions in this region,
Because of our copyright laws.
exactly, all right, it prevents us from having that. So it kind of stalemates a lot of our creatives and what they can benefit from the use of the DSPs right now, because this is one of the biggest issues across the Caribbean. How do we?
Because we have a lot of things happening in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go through your feeds, right? Some people like TikTok, some people prefer YouTube, Instagram, or whatever else, Facebook.
BIP.
You know, BIP. You see a lot of creatives of Caribbean background, right? And they are, to me, they outnumber. I don't know if it's because of where I'm looking from, but my feed is dominated by them as compared to some of the other providers, right?
Right.
Now, we have, and I'm sure that there are a lot of young brothers out there that know at least, let's just use the Cool Boys, for lack of a better term. Cool Boys are a nice Indian group of brothers that have been making us laugh for a very long time. But I've never seen them post a YouTube plaque on their wall or some sort of accolade on their wall. Now that you guys have been to this conference, I know that you two have the keys to share with them. Can they, through, I guess, a meeting or something of the sort, interact with you where you can put them on, for lack of a better term?
And it's not the information that we're providing, especially about YouTube right now, is not anything that's hidden. I mean, you could literally Google or go on YouTube and ask YouTube, how do you do this? And it will explain to you. But at the same time, the only aspect of that that's stopping our creatives really in this region, and this is what we're kind of like, we're hoping that the government looks at it, is how do we get our creatives to monetize their work? Because there's tons of work out there that Guyanese have created, but we are not able to monetize. I'm talking about getting our money here in Guyana. We can get it in the US. If you got a bank account in the US and stuff, you can do it easily.
So here how we make it easier for you.
How do we make it easier?
With our platform, GEM, Guyana Entertainment Media, we will be your agent or your bridge between the US or the UK or any other country that you want to choose to Guyana.
How do they get signed up with GEM?
Just contact us. Social media platforms, we're all over. Or hit us on Give your number, Malachi.
You could call me on 6410945.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or 604 2166.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or social media is always the easiest
Yeah,
because
easy.
everybody's there.
Everybody's ready.
So you can hit us up on GEM-Guyana Entertainment Media at gmail.com
Mhm.
or GEM-Guyana Entertainment Media on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube itself, or any other platform.
So now that you guys have been exposed not only to this conference, but I'm pretty sure you must have gone to previous conferences,
Yeah.
and you're back, how do you see the direction that Guyanese talent is going into? And I'm using talent as compared to a song, a person that sings or somebody that dances. I'm talking about us under the umbrella of talent.
Realistically,
Mhm.
I've been listening to everything running up to MASH.
Uh-huh.
MASH Romani, for example, right?
Uh-huh.
And realistically, I gotta give good critique because, you know, I'm just that type of person.
Okay.
I think we need to really pay attention to the aspect of songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Mhm.
It's something that, I mean, hits are not just a fly-by-night kind of thing.
Okay.
There are concepts behind creating hit music,
Mhm.
all right, and creating good music. And I'm not hitting at our artists right now, but I think we definitely have to sit down and look at what are writing camps for these
So the
guys.
thing is, aside from just songwriting, to broaden their horizon, you have artist development in general,
in general.
which helps you to create your style, to help you write music better, to help you pose properly and, you know, give a good posture to your
Image.
pictures and all these different
Mhm.
things. So artist development in general is important because I wouldn't be able to come here and speak properly today if I wasn't developed properly.
Understood.
So we're able now to guide the creators in any field you're in.
Mm-hmm. Final question, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Are you going to create a forum where people can come and share ideas with you and I guess bounce ideas off you and you offer them
Mhm.
some sort of resolve in the future?
Definitely.
Can you give us some insight into that?
Well, again, through GEM,
Mm-hmm.
we're planning to. It's a multi-platform entity. You're gonna see it expand very shortly.
Mm-hmm.
But we're planning to provide a lot of the services to artists. We're gonna find ways as well to help them finance a lot of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the major factors with all of this that we're talking about is finance.
Yeah.
And a lot of the artists don't have the money,
Budget, yeah.
don't have a budget. So part of what we'll be doing in terms of their education is you got to learn that simply signing a contract is part of what we call your currency, because that contract can then be lodged. It could go to the bank. All right. So those are all, you know, things that we need to learn
Mhm.
as artists. So if an artist wants to develop, we will show you the things necessary. They got to learn to do real business. It's not just about talking.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Agreed. Give me the contact information for GEM once again, gentlemen.
Guyana Entertainment Media at gmail.com or Guyana Entertainment Media on all social media platforms. Very simple. Jim.
The gym.
Malachi, I want to thank you and Martin both for, you know, giving me a few minutes of your day. I do realize that, you know, this takes a lot out of people to come here. But we're really interested in what you have to offer, and I think that, you know, the Guyanese population should head in your direction. Once again, I'm going to give you an opportunity to request of that, of the population, for lack of another better term, or to urge them.
Yeah, urge them.
So urge them.
I would urge them to contact us, contact GEM, because we're going to basically be changing, not in a hurry, because people kind of like things overnight.
Yeah.
So sweeten it like this is since we know how our people love it, right?
Mm-hmm.
As an artist, we're able to take you from point A to point B. Make it simple. You're making money on YouTube right now, you don't even know it. In 3 months, we're able to have you receive that check.
Mm-hmm.
And who don't want a very good check that's sitting out there?
Mm-hmm.
So whether you're doing artist writing, the production aspect as a producer, even being on the radio and having your music played and all these things,
Yeah.
you could actually receive your money in 3 months.
You get them that certification.
Oh, but we gotta tell them though. If you paid for your thing, if you paid for your views and so, no,
It's not work.
It's not work. It's gotta be organic. So don't pay for your thing, right?
Y'all big up yourself, man. Thanks
Yes,
for coming
sir.
in, alright?
Blessings,
One
casual.
love.
Thank you, bro.
6 minutes after that 4 o'clock hour, we got to step aside.